Daniel Cormier has apologized for making a tiny blunder while interviewing Raul Rosas Jr. at Noche UFC. Following a heartbreaking loss in his second UFC fight, the 18-year-old bantamweight sensation returned to winning ways with a spectacular performance against Terrence Mitchell, stopping him in under a minute. Cormier was tasked to interview the winner inside the octagon, and the former two-division champ started by mentioning his first career loss on his big night. DC now realizes that it wasn't a wise move.
Raul Rosas Jr. came back from the first time he ever lost in his career and had one of the greatest performances. He destroyed Terrence Mitchell. And it was phenomenal to see because you never know how a kid at 18 years old will respond. With that being said, I feel like I didn't do him justice by bringing up the loss as the first question. I feel like I should have led with something better opposed to how he got over the adversity. Now, for me, I've dealt with a ton of adversity. So I want to know that, but in reality, I should have been in there to uplift Raul Rosas Jr. I shouldn't have brought up his losses. So for that, my bad. I shouldn't have done it. My apologies to Raul. He fought beautifully tonight. What a tremendous performance by that young man. And it shows that regardless of age, you can get back on the horse and correct things. And now it feels like, once again, it's all systems go for Raul Rosas Jr.
Heads up, DC, it happens to the best of us. The major talking point from Noche UFC was Judge Mike Bell scoring the fifth round 10-8 in favor of flyweight champion Alexa Grasso in her first title defense against former champ Valentina Shevchenko. The scorecard quite literally helped the Mexican retain her title by a split draw. Otherwise, she would have left the arena empty-handed. The UFC judges have been handing out quite a lot of 10-8s lately, and Brendan Schaub knows why. But before we find out what the MMA fighter turned comedian turned YouTuber has to say, please take a moment to subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on those notifications. Thank you. Coming back to the story, why did Mike Bell hand Alexa Grasso a 10-8 when it wasn't a 10-8 by any means? Schaub thinks it's because the UFC and athletic commissions want judges to give more 10-8s to fighters, and I quote, "To their credit, judges are supposed to be more lenient on giving 10-8s. The UFC wants more 10-8s, and the commission wants you to give out more 10-8s. If that's a 10-8 round to Mike Bell, then Shevchenko should have had 10-8 rounds earlier. If that's his judging criteria, like handing out a 10-8 when you're getting taken down and almost finished, then Shevchenko did the same thing to Grasso in the third round." In an interesting turn of events, the Nevada State Athletic Commission has decided to hold a special 10-8 training session for all licensed judges this week. What do you guys think of Brendan Schaub's claim? Moving on, Ciryl Gane recently made MMA fans upset following his comments about Tom Aspinall and the UFC heavyweight division in general. Former two-time UFC heavyweight title challenger Ciryl Gane doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall, Sergey Pavlovich, or any other heavyweight contender for that matter because he doesn't want to take any risks. Yeah, you heard that right. The UFC heavyweight star most recently fought at UFC Paris, where he returned to winning ways by scoring a dominant victory over Sergey Spivak. He now wants to sit around and wait for the winner of John Jones versus Stipe Miocic because he thinks he deserves a title shot. And by accepting a fight against Aspinall or Pavlovich, he would be risking his spot as the division's #1 contender.
I know a lot of people talk about Aspinall, but this doesn't make sense for me. Like every time with my management, they did a really great job all of my career. You see, that's why he was really so fast. And now I just want to go to the belt. I'm #1 contender, he's #4. This doesn't make sense. I just want to go now. I did it already. It was a big risk against this wrestler. So now I don't want to make and to have another risk. I want to take a risk for something, for a big deal. You see. And I'm gonna stay here for a long time. So we're gonna have time with Tom Aspinall for sure. We're gonna come. So no worries for the people. We're gonna do this fight. But now my fight is not this one. I just want the belt and I want to go to the belt.
Well, knowing how Dana White and the UFC operate, Ciryl Gane might not get any more title shots if he keeps that sort of energy. The UFC will surely favor Aspinall because he's ready to fight anybody. If Gane doesn't step up and take the fight, the Brit will fight Sergey Pavlovich if an offer comes his way. What do you guys make of Gane's comments? speaking of UFC heavyweights, the GOAT of the division, Stipe Miocic, has sent a warning to everybody betting against him. Miocic is set to challenge UFC heavyweight champion Jon Jones at UFC 295, where the two icons of MMA will battle in a clash for the ages. Jones is the favorite as usual, with many fans thinking he will ease past the former champ because he's past his prime. Miocic can't wait to destroy that narrative.
It took me a couple of fights, but after a while, I just stopped caring what everyone thought. I just don't care anymore. I just, like, you think I'm gonna lose, good for you. You're gonna waste a lot of money now. You're gonna bet against me, you're gonna waste some money. So, sorry for that, but, on to the next.
Miocic is feeling pretty good ahead of the fight, and he feels like his naysayers are in for a rude awakening come UFC 295.
Feel strong, feel good. I mean, you get your bumps and bruises along the way, but I mean, it's training camp, that it feels like. So, honestly, I feel great. My head's right where I need to be, and I have a great team with me. We have a great team, and at the gym and at home, I'm very lucky. I think speed, my angles. I think punching power. I hit a lot harder than people think. And I think I have a great IQ. I always change it up, and when something happens, I'll figure a way out.
Will Stipe Miocic make history by becoming a 3-time UFC heavyweight champion? Tracey Cortez was fired up at Noche UFC, and it wasn't because of Mexican fans singing her praises. During the final moments of her fight against Jasmine Jasudavicius, Cortez displayed visible frustration in response to what seemed to be a foul committed by her opponent. The fight included multiple intense clinch battles where both fighters grabbed the back of each other's head. In the third round, however, it appeared that Jasudavicius had held on to one of Cortez's braids, leading to a heated exchange of words between the two competitors. Cortez believes that Jasudavicius intentionally pulled her hair.
What happened with your hair there? Did she pull in your hair?
Oh, she did pull my hair. Yeah. There's a moment where we're clinching and her fingers are in my hair, and I'm like, what the? I was like, no, and I'm defending. And then she goes and grabs the other side, and she's pulling in the back of my braid here. And I'm like, and I feel it. And you see me, there's a different angle on Twitter, a top angle. And you see where my hair is getting pulled. And when she lets go, that's where I get head kicked.
Damn.
She follows it up with her kick. And I'm looking at her, and I didn't even say nothing yet. I'm just looking at her like, are you serious right now? You know what you did? I didn't kick you, or I didn't pull your hair. I was like, no, you pulled my hair. Like, we're professional here. But that one did bother me.
What do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts on today's stories in the comment section below. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of mixed martial arts, please subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on your notifications. Thank you for your continued love and support, and we'll see you in the next one.